Have you ever wondered why the wisest people often choose silence over speech? In a world where noise is constant and words are abundant, those who master the art of silence seem to possess a unique strength, one that exudes wisdom, clarity, and control. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and a prominent Stoic philosopher, once said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." These words encapsulate the essence of Stoic philosophy, a life guided by reason, integrity, and purposeful restraint. Silence, as the Stoics teach, is not merely the absence of words, but a profound practice of self-discipline and inner power. It is the gateway to thoughtful reflection, emotional balance, and deliberate action. This article explores the Stoic perspective on silence as a tool for self-mastery and examines how embracing stillness can transform the way we navigate modern life. From maintaining composure in adversity to building resilience and wisdom, the lessons of the silent Stoic are timeless and universal. Join us on this journey to discover why silence is not just golden. It is the foundation of a life rooted in virtue, strength, and enduring peace. 1. The wisdom of silence, a path to inner clarity and strength. The wisdom of silence, a path to inner clarity and strength. Imagine a world where every word spoken holds weight, intention, and truth. Such a world may seem distant in today's fast-paced, noise-filled society, but it aligns perfectly with the principles of Stoic philosophy. For the Stoics, silence is not simply the absence of words. It is a deliberate practice of self-discipline, reflection, and meaningful communication. Epictetus, a revered Stoic philosopher, aptly captured this wisdom in his discourses. Be silent for the most part, or if you speak, say only what is necessary. This timeless guidance reminds us of the transformative power of silence, not as an empty void, but as a sanctuary where clarity and wisdom thrive. In our modern lives, words often fly faster than thoughts. The rush to respond, react, or be heard can create misunderstandings, unnecessary conflicts, and emotional outbursts. Speaking less is not a sign of ignorance or passivity. Instead, it reflects a conscious choice to focus on what truly matters. The practice of silence enables us to conserve mental energy, approach situations with clarity, and foster meaningful connections. When words are chosen carefully, they carry greater impact, resonating deeply with those who hear them. Consider a workplace scenario where an intense debate arises during a team meeting. Amid the flurry of voices, the individual who listens attentively and refrains from speaking impulsively often emerges as the most thoughtful contributor. By synthesizing diverse viewpoints, this person can provide a solution that resonates with the team's goals. Their silence is not passive. It is intentional and rooted in the Stoic ideal. Speak only when it adds value. This restraint demonstrates inner strength and aligns with the Stoic principle of thoughtful communication. The power of silence extends beyond professional settings. In personal relationships, it can be a tool for diffusing tension and fostering understanding. Imagine a heated argument with a loved one. The natural impulse might be to defend oneself or retaliate with sharp words, escalating the conflict. However, choosing silence in such moments allows emotions to settle and creates space for constructive dialogue. This practice reflects another key Stoic teaching: focus on what you can control, your reactions, and release what you cannot, others' behavior. Through silence, we reclaim control over our emotions, embodying the core of Stoic wisdom. Practicing the art of silence requires intention and discipline, but it is achievable through small, deliberate steps. Begin by incorporating reflective pauses into your conversations. Before speaking, ask yourself 3 simple questions. Is this true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Inspired by Stoic teachings, these questions serve as a mental filter, ensuring that your words align with your values and the situation at hand. If the answer to any of these questions is no, consider holding back. This exercise fosters thoughtful communication and prevents unnecessary conflict. For example, in a social gathering where gossip emerges, the temptation to join in can be strong. Yet choosing silence in such moments protects your integrity and prevents harm to relationships. By refraining from engaging in trivial chatter, you demonstrate a commitment to higher principles, reinforcing Epictetus's wisdom that our words should reflect our character and values. Silence in such scenarios is not avoidance. It is an active decision to prioritize what truly matters. The wisdom of silence also encourages moments of stillness in our daily lives. In a world filled with constant noise, from digital notifications to societal demands, creating quiet spaces for reflection is essential. Incorporate practices like journaling, meditation, or simply sitting in stillness into your routine. These moments allow you to process thoughts more deeply, sharpen your understanding of yourself, and gain clarity about your goals and priorities. Silence becomes a tool for personal growth, offering insights that may be overlooked in the chaos of daily life. Beyond the individual, silence has the power to transform how we engage with others. Deep listening, an essential aspect of silence, enables us to connect with others on a profound level. Instead of formulating a response while the other person speaks, focus entirely on their words, tone, and underlying emotions. This practice fosters empathy and mutual respect, strengthening relationships and creating meaningful dialogues. By listening more and speaking less, we align with the Stoic virtue of humility, recognizing that every person has something valuable to teach us. The practice of silence also builds resilience in the face of challenges. When confronted with setbacks, silence allows us to pause and reflect, rather than react impulsively. Consider someone who experiences a professional failure. Instead of venting frustrations or blaming external factors, they take time to silently evaluate the situation. Through this introspection, they uncover lessons and opportunities for growth, turning adversity into a catalyst for improvement. This reflective silence exemplifies the Stoic belief that while we cannot control external events, we can always control our response. To deepen your practice of silence, set aside time each day for intentional quiet. Start with a few minutes of meditation or focused breathing to calm your mind. Use these moments to reflect on your actions, decisions, and goals, asking yourself whether they align with your values. Gradually, extend this practice to include mindful silence during conversations, where you listen with the intent to understand rather than to reply. Over time, this discipline will enhance your ability to communicate thoughtfully, manage emotions effectively, and approach life's challenges with clarity. The Stoics teach us that silence is not the absence of communication, but the presence of thoughtfulness. It is a deliberate choice to engage with the world in a meaningful and intentional way. By practicing silence, we protect our mental energy, enhance our ability to listen and learn, and cultivate inner strength. In a world that often values noise over substance, the wisdom of silence offers a timeless path to clarity and resilience. As you reflect on these ideas, consider this challenge. Can you embrace silence for one day, observing how it changes your interactions with yourself and others? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If this message resonates with you, like and share this article to inspire others to rediscover the power of silence. Together, let us honor the Stoic legacy and unlock the profound clarity and strength that silence can bring to our lives. 2. Silence as self-control. Mastering the Art of Restraint. In a world that constantly demands attention, reaction, and validation, the ability to remain silent is a rare and profound act of self-control. Silence, as Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, exemplified, is not a sign of passivity, but a deliberate choice to master one's emotions and actions. During his reign, amid the relentless pressures of governing an empire and navigating political intrigues, Marcus turned to silence as his sanctuary. In the stillness of reflection, he found clarity and composure, making decisions rooted in reason rather than emotion. His timeless words from Meditations resonate deeply. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Silence, in the Stoic tradition, is not an escape from the world, but an active exercise in self-regulation. When faced with external provocations, the natural impulse is often to react impulsively, whether through anger, defensiveness, or fear. However, silence creates a vital pause, a moment to process the situation and choose a response that aligns with one's values and long-term goals. This deliberate restraint is the essence of self-control, enabling us to navigate life's challenges with composure and wisdom, rather than being swayed by fleeting emotions or external chaos. Consider a modern leader confronted with public criticism during a high-stakes event. The instinctive reaction might be to retaliate with sharp words or defensive justifications. Instead, a wise leader chooses silence, assessing the situation carefully before responding. This silence is not an admission of guilt or weakness, but a demonstration of inner strength and control. It conveys confidence and poise, earning respect from onlookers. Such composure mirrors the Stoic ideal of mastering oneself rather than seeking validation from others. Silence in these moments becomes a tool for maintaining dignity and focus amidst turmoil. The transformative power of silence lies in its ability to shift the focus inward. Instead of being consumed by the unpredictable nature of the external world, silence redirects our attention to our internal state. It invites introspection, allowing us to identify the triggers behind our emotions and understand the motivations driving our reactions. This heightened self-awareness forms the foundation of self-control, empowering us to respond to life's challenges with grace rather than impulsiveness. Practicing silence as self-control is not limited to extraordinary situations. It can be transformative in daily life. Begin by observing moments when you feel the urge to react impulsively, perhaps during a heated argument, a frustrating traffic jam, or an encounter with criticism. In these moments, pause and take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is my reaction driven by emotion or reason? Will my response align with my values and contribute to my long-term goals? This brief pause allows you to make a conscious choice, reflecting the best version of yourself rather than succumbing to fleeting impulses. For instance, imagine a workplace scenario where a colleague unfairly critiques your efforts during a team meeting. The immediate impulse might be to defend yourself or counter with an equally critical remark. However, by choosing silence, you create a moment to reflect. What is the intent behind their words? How can I address this constructively without escalating tension? A measured, thoughtful response not only preserves your composure, but also enhances your professional reputation and strengthens relationships with colleagues. This deliberate use of silence demonstrates the power of self-control and the wisdom of prioritizing meaningful actions over impulsive reactions. Silence as self-control extends beyond external interactions to include the management of internal dialogues. Negative self-talk, often fueled by doubt, frustration, or fear, can be as disruptive as external provocations. In these moments, practicing silence means quieting the mental chatter and replacing it with reflective stillness. This practice is not about suppressing emotions, but about channeling them constructively. By embracing silence, we gain clarity, reclaim control over our thoughts, and cultivate a profound sense of inner peace. The power of silence is further illustrated through the story of Viktor Frankl, a neurologist, psychiatrist, and Holocaust survivor. In his memoir, Man's Search for Meaning, Frankl describes the moments of silence he turned to while enduring unimaginable suffering in concentration camps. Despite the external horrors surrounding him, he focused on his internal state, choosing to find meaning and purpose within himself. His ability to practice self-control in the face of adversity exemplifies the Stoic principle that, while we cannot control external events, we have complete authority over how we respond to them. To integrate the practice of silence into daily life, start small. When you feel overwhelmed or provoked, pause and practice reflective breathing. This simple act creates a mental buffer, allowing you to process your emotions before responding. Journaling can also be a valuable tool. Write down your thoughts during moments of silence to gain insight into your emotions and reactions. Over time, these practices build the habit of thoughtful restraint, enabling you to face challenges with calmness and intention. Moreover, silence as self-control is not about avoiding confrontation or suppressing opinions, but about choosing the right moment and manner to express oneself. By mastering this art, you create space for deeper understanding, stronger relationships, and more meaningful interactions. Silence becomes a bridge to empathy and connection, as it allows you to listen actively and respond thoughtfully. The Stoics remind us that true strength begins within. Silence, as Marcus Aurelius demonstrated, is not a retreat, but a tool for growth and resilience. It empowers us to navigate life's complexities with a steady hand, transforming moments of challenge into opportunities for reflection and self-mastery. As you practice this timeless wisdom, remember that self-control is not about perfection, but progress. Each moment of silence brings you closer to the person you aspire to be. Let us embrace silence as a means of self-control, finding strength not in dominating others, but in mastering ourselves. What situations in your life could benefit from a moment of reflective silence? Share your experiences in the comments below, and don't forget to like and share this article with others seeking clarity and strength in their lives. Together, we can rediscover the power of silence and its role in building a life of purpose and resilience. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Let us take this wisdom to heart and practice the art of restraint through silence. 3. Removing distractions to focus, clearing the path to clarity. In a world overflowing with distractions, the ability to focus on what truly matters is a rare and invaluable skill. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, emphasized this timeless principle. To be everywhere is to be nowhere. His words serve as a reminder that spreading our attention too thinly leads to confusion and inefficiency, pulling us away from the essentials. The Stoics understood that true focus requires more than external silence. It demands a deliberate effort to quiet the noise within. Distractions, whether external or internal, are the barriers that cloud our judgment and derail our progress. Social media notifications, constant emails, and cluttered workspaces are the modern manifestations of what Epictetus would have called unnecessary burdens. Yet, distractions are not limited to the external world. They also reside in our minds, worries about the future, regrets about the past, and the constant craving for instant gratification. These mental distractions are equally, if not more, damaging, as they prevent us from fully inhabiting the present moment. To unlock the power of focus, we must first recognize the ways distractions manifest in our lives. Imagine a craftsman in their workshop, every tool meticulously organized, and their mind entirely absorbed in the task at hand. In this space, free from external noise and internal chaos, creativity flourishes, precision sharpens, and a deep sense of fulfillment emerges. Similarly, when we focus deeply on our priorities, extraordinary results become attainable. Silence and clarity are not just tools for productivity, they are pathways to purpose. The impact of distractions on our lives. The constant pull of distractions can leave us feeling scattered and unfulfilled. Consider the ubiquitous presence of smartphones. While these devices offer incredible convenience, they are also relentless sources of interruptions. A simple notification can disrupt hours of focused work or meaningful connection with others. Research has shown that even brief interruptions can significantly impair our cognitive performance as the brain struggles to regain its focus after each distraction. Distractions in the digital age are not limited to devices. They extend to the overwhelming flood of information we encounter daily. Endless scrolling through news feeds and multitasking between emails and meetings create a state of perpetual partial attention. This fragmented focus not only reduces productivity, but also prevents us from engaging deeply with the present moment. Internally, distractions take the form of mental chatter, negative self-talk, overthinking, and anxiety about the future drain our energy and obscure our priorities. These internal distractions often feel insurmountable, but the Stoics teach us that clarity begins with intentional living. By identifying and addressing these distractions, we create space for meaningful reflection and action. Steps to eliminate distractions and enhance focus. Practicing focus in a distraction-filled world requires deliberate and consistent effort. The journey begins with small, actionable steps. First, declutter your digital space. Turn off unnecessary notifications and limit the time spent on social media. Ask yourself, does this activity add value to my life, or is it simply stealing my attention? Many digital platforms are designed to monopolize focus, but by reclaiming control, you can conserve valuable mental energy. Next, create a physical environment that supports concentration. Whether you are working, studying, or relaxing, a clean and organized space signals your brain to stay attentive. Tools such as noise-canceling headphones or clearly defined boundaries with those around you can further enhance your ability to focus. A dedicated workspace, free of distractions, is a powerful ally in the pursuit of clarity. However, external changes alone are not enough. Internal distractions must also be addressed. Mindfulness practices such as meditation, deep breathing, or journaling are effective ways to calm mental chatter. These practices bring attention to the present moment, allowing you to process thoughts without becoming entangled in them. Mindfulness not only improves focus, but also enhances emotional well-being, creating a foundation for intentional living. Prioritization is another crucial element in cultivating focus. Write down your daily goals and arrange them in order of importance. As Epictetus advises, concentrate on what you can control and let go of the rest. By aligning your actions with your priorities, you ensure that your energy is directed toward what truly matters. This intentional approach to living simplifies decision-making and fosters a sense of accomplishment. The benefits of focus in a distraction-free life. Eliminating distractions is not solely about productivity. It is about clarity and alignment with one's values. When distractions are minimized, we gain the mental space needed for thoughtful reflection and better decision-making. Consider a professional faced with multiple demands. By focusing on their most critical tasks and eliminating distractions, they can produce higher quality work and approach challenges with confidence. In personal relationships, reducing distractions fosters deeper connections. Imagine spending an evening with loved ones free from the intrusion of devices. This undivided attention creates moments of genuine connection and understanding, strengthening bonds and enriching shared experiences. Furthermore, a distraction-free life nurtures resilience. By cultivating focus, we build the mental discipline to withstand challenges and remain steadfast in our pursuits. This resilience is a hallmark of the Stoic philosophy, which encourages us to rise above external circumstances and maintain control over our inner world, embracing the Stoic wisdom of focus. The journey to a distraction-free life is ongoing, but it begins with a single step. Identify one distraction you can eliminate today, whether it's limiting social media use, organizing your workspace, or practicing a few minutes of mindful breathing. Each small change contributes to a larger transformation, paving the way for greater clarity, purpose, and peace. As you incorporate these practices into your life, remember the wisdom of Epictetus and the Stoics. True focus begins within. By eliminating distractions, both external and internal, we create the space needed to align our actions with our values. This alignment leads not only to achieving our goals, but also to cultivating a sense of fulfillment and inner peace. What distractions are holding you back from living with clarity and intention? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your insights may inspire others to take their first steps toward focus. Don't forget to like and share this article with those who could benefit from these timeless lessons. Together, let us honor the Stoic practice of removing distractions and unlocking the power of undivided attention. Your focus is your power. Take control of it and let the world see the results of your clarity and purpose. 4. Silence and humility. Listening as a path to wisdom. In a world brimming with noise, opinions, and endless streams of information, the ability to remain silent and embrace humility shines as a profound and rare virtue. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, encapsulated this wisdom with a simple yet powerful reminder. You always own the option of having no opinion. There is never any need to get worked up or to trouble your soul about things you cannot control. Meditations. This acknowledgement of our limitations is not a concession of weakness. Rather, it is a testament to the strength found in humility. True wisdom, as Marcus suggests, begins with the understanding that we are perpetual learners in a universe infinitely larger and more complex than ourselves. Humility thrives in the space of silence. When we choose to listen rather than speak, we create an opening for understanding, reflection, and growth. Silence is not a void. It is a powerful presence that allows us to observe and absorb. By listening deeply and attentively, we transcend surface-level exchanges and connect with the underlying emotions, intentions, and truths of others. This practice transforms listening from a passive act to an active engagement with the world around us. It is in these moments of quiet observation that humility is cultivated. Consider a conversation in which someone shares their struggles or joys. The natural impulse for many of us is to interject, offering advice, anecdotes, or solutions. However, when we resist this urge and instead choose to listen silently, we create a space for the other person to fully express themselves. In this act of restraint, we demonstrate respect and empathy, showing that their words and emotions are valued. This silent attentiveness is a hallmark of the Stoic ideal of humility. The listener seeks not to dominate the dialogue, but to understand and honor the speaker's experience. The art of listening deeply is both a skill and a discipline. It requires patience, presence, and a willingness to set aside one's own ego. When we listen with the intent to understand rather than to respond, we invite wisdom and connection into our lives. Instead of crafting a reply while the other person is speaking, focus entirely on their tone, choice of words, and underlying feelings. This practice shifts the dynamic of the conversation from transactional to transformational. Ask yourself, what can I learn from their perspective? How does their experience challenge or enrich my own understanding? To cultivate humility through silence, start with intentional listening. In your next conversation, resist the urge to interrupt or interject. Maintain eye contact, nod in acknowledgement, and use non-verbal cues to show that you are fully engaged. If clarification is needed, ask thoughtful, open-ended questions such as, "Can you tell me more about that? How did you feel in that moment?" These questions deepen your understanding and encourage the speaker to share openly, fostering a mutual sense of trust and respect. Humility and silence are especially powerful in moments of disagreement. In debates or contentious discussions, silence can de-escalate tension and pave the way for constructive dialogue. By listening first and speaking later, we demonstrate a willingness to consider viewpoints different from our own. This openness is the hallmark of a truly humble individual, someone who values truth over ego and prioritizes understanding over winning an argument. Consider an example of this principle in action. A workplace disagreement between two colleagues over the direction of a project. One colleague, rather than immediately defending their position or pointing out flaws in the other's approach, chooses to listen attentively. Through their silence, they convey respect for the other person's perspective and gather valuable insights. When they finally speak, their response is informed, thoughtful, and solution-oriented. This approach not only resolves the conflict, but also strengthens their working relationship. It is a clear demonstration of how silence and humility can transform a challenging interaction into an opportunity for growth and collaboration. Silence and humility also extend to how we engage with ourselves. In moments of introspection, silence becomes a tool for self-discovery and personal growth. When we quiet the noise of self-doubt, judgment, or comparison, we create a space to reflect on our actions, values, and goals. This reflective silence aligns us with the Stoic principle of living intentionally, making choices that honor our true selves rather than succumbing to external pressures or fleeting emotions. The wisdom of silence and humility lies in their transformative power. By choosing to listen deeply and respond thoughtfully, we enrich our understanding and strengthen our connections with others. These practices allow us to approach the world with curiosity and compassion rather than judgment or arrogance. Silence becomes a bridge to empathy, and humility becomes the foundation for meaningful relationships. In the broader context of society, silence and humility have the potential to address larger issues. Imagine a public forum where participants prioritize listening over shouting, understanding over asserting dominance. Such an environment fosters mutual respect, informed decision-making, and collective progress. The Stoic principles of silence and humility offer a blueprint for creating such spaces, whether in families, workplaces, or communities. To fully embrace the wisdom of silence and humility, commit to small but intentional changes. Practice active listening in your daily interactions. Set aside time for quiet reflection, journaling your thoughts and observations. Approach disagreements with an open mind and a genuine desire to understand. Over time, these practices will not only enhance your relationships, but also deepen your self-awareness and resilience. What lessons can we learn from the simple act of listening? Silence teaches us patience, humility, and the value of others' perspectives. It reminds us that wisdom is not about having all the answers, but about asking the right questions and being open to learning. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. This insight encourages us to approach life with humility, recognizing that our understanding is always evolving. What role does silence play in your life? Share your experiences in the comments below and let us learn from each other. If this message resonated with you, don't hesitate to share it with someone who might benefit from the wisdom of silence and humility. Together, let us rediscover these timeless virtues and honor the Stoic tradition of thoughtful living. True humility is not thinking less of yourself, it is thinking of yourself less. How will you practice humility through silence today? Let us know in the comments below and join us in embracing the strength and beauty of listening. 5. Silence as inner strength, the power of resilience. In the face of life's unpredictable storms, the ability to remain silent amidst chaos is not a sign of weakness, but a profound testament to inner strength. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, captured this idea eloquently. External events are beyond our control. All we can control is our response to them. Discourses. This timeless wisdom reminds us that while the external world may swirl with uncertainty, we hold the power to remain steadfast through our choices, actions, and, most importantly, our silence. Silence, when embraced intentionally, becomes a sanctuary, a space where resilience is cultivated, perspective is gained, and clarity is restored. In moments of adversity, the natural human impulse is often to react impulsively, whether with anger, frustration, or despair. However, the Stoic practice of silence offers a transformative alternative. The pause. This pause creates an opportunity to reflect, process, and respond with wisdom rather than emotion. It is within this deliberate pause that inner strength is born, enabling us to transform challenges into opportunities for growth. The transformative pause, a Stoic tool for resilience. Imagine a heated argument with a friend or family member. Words fly fast, emotions run high, and misunderstandings seem to deepen with every exchange. In such moments, choosing silence over impulsive retorts requires immense courage. It takes strength to resist the urge to defend oneself or retaliate. Yet this silence is not passive. It is an act of active self-control. It creates a moment to step back, assess the situation, and choose a response that aligns with one's values rather than being dictated by fleeting emotions. This kind of restraint embodies the essence of Stoicism, mastering oneself rather than being mastered by circumstances. Consider another example, a professional setback, such as a failed project or unexpected criticism from a colleague. The immediate reaction might be to blame others or succumb to self-doubt. However, by embracing silence, we create space to ask meaningful questions. What can I learn from this experience? How can I use this challenge as a stepping stone to growth? In the stillness of silence, answers often emerge that renew our strength and guide us forward with purpose. Epictetus's teachings remind us that while external events may be beyond our control, our responses are a source of unparalleled power. Reflection. Through silence, a path to clarity. Silence also serves as a wellspring for reflection. In moments of stillness, we gain clarity about our emotions, values, and priorities. This reflective silence allows us to process experiences deeply and uncover insights that might otherwise remain hidden in the noise of daily life. For example, Journaling during quiet moments can help clarify emotions, identify patterns of behavior, and explore solutions to challenges. Writing down thoughts offers a structured way to reflect and fosters self-awareness, a cornerstone of inner strength. Building resilience through silent practices. To harness the strength of silence, it's essential to cultivate intentional practices in daily life. Begin with small steps. When confronted with a challenging situation, resist the urge to react immediately. Take a deep breath, count to 5, and allow yourself a moment to reflect before speaking or acting. This simple habit of pausing fosters self-awareness and encourages a calm, deliberate approach to life's challenges. Meditation is another powerful tool for cultivating resilience through silence. By focusing on the breath and observing thoughts without judgment, meditation trains the mind to find stillness amidst chaos. Over time, this practice enhances emotional regulation and equips us to navigate difficulties with grace. Similarly, practices like deep breathing or mindfulness walks can help quiet the mental chatter and anchor us in the present moment. The strength of silence in action. History offers countless examples of individuals who demonstrated the power of silence as inner strength. Take the story of Viktor Frankl, a neurologist, psychiatrist, and Holocaust survivor. In his memoir, Man's Search for Meaning, Frankl describes the profound inner resilience he cultivated during his time in concentration camps. Despite unimaginable suffering, he chose to focus on what he could control, his response to the situation. Through reflective silence, he found meaning in his experiences, transforming adversity into a source of strength. Frankl's story exemplifies the Stoic principle that while we cannot control external events, we always retain the power to control our reactions. Similarly, in the realm of leadership, silence often distinguishes great leaders. A leader facing a crisis may choose to listen carefully before responding, allowing themselves to fully understand the situation. This measured silence conveys strength, thoughtfulness, and confidence. It builds trust among team members and demonstrates mastery over emotions, qualities that are essential for effective leadership. Silence and emotional resilience. Silence is not merely a tool for reflection, it is also a means of managing emotional turbulence. By choosing silence, we create a buffer between stimulus and response, allowing ourselves to process emotions constructively rather than being overwhelmed by them. This practice is particularly valuable in high-stress situations, such as conflict resolution or decision-making under pressure. For example, consider a manager mediating a dispute between team members. Instead of intervening immediately with solutions, the manager chooses to listen in silence, giving each party the opportunity to express their concerns. This silence not only de-escalates tension, but also fosters an environment of mutual respect and understanding. When the manager finally speaks, their response is informed, balanced, and aimed at resolution, an outcome made possible by the deliberate choice to embrace silence. Silence as a declaration of control. Far from being a sign of surrender, silence is a declaration of control over one's mind and emotions. It is a powerful statement of self-mastery, signaling that we refuse to be ruled by external chaos or internal turmoil. Just as a tree grows stronger by weathering fierce winds, we too become more resilient by facing life's storms with stillness and composure. In daily life, this principle can be applied to moments of frustration or conflict. For instance, when faced with an inflammatory comment on social media, the choice to remain silent rather than engage in a heated exchange reflects inner strength. It demonstrates the ability to prioritize peace over ego and long-term goals over short-term satisfaction. Embracing the strength of silence. The journey to cultivating inner strength through silence is deeply personal, yet universally relevant. It invites us to pause, reflect, and respond with intention rather than react impulsively. By practicing silence, we not only navigate adversity with grace, but also transform challenges into opportunities for growth. As we conclude this exploration, let us carry forward the wisdom of Epictetus and other Stoic philosophers. What moments of silence have shaped your strength? Share your reflections in the comments below, and consider sharing this article with someone who could benefit from its message. Together, we can embrace the quiet power within and transform life's challenges into triumphs. Silence is a source of great strength. How will you use silence to cultivate resilience today? Let us know in the comments below, and join us in rediscovering the profound strength that lies within. Silence, as the Stoics teach, is not merely the absence of words, but a deliberate strategy for mastering oneself. It empowers us to control our reactions, deepen our wisdom, and find peace amidst life's chaos. Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca remind us that true strength lies in our ability to remain calm and composed, regardless of external circumstances. By embracing the art of silence, we align ourselves with a life of purpose, clarity, and resilience. Now, we challenge you. Can you remain silent for one day, truly observing your thoughts and reactions without letting emotions dictate your responses? Witness how this simple yet profound practice transforms the way you interact with the world. If this message resonates with you, take the next step. Like this video to affirm the power of Stoic wisdom. Share it with someone who could benefit from the lessons of silence, and subscribe to our channel for more life-changing insights inspired by ancient philosophy. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Let us know in the comments. How will you embrace silence to create lasting change in your life?